Hey everyone, this is Admiral Seabass. Welcome back to my war room and Operation Variation, U.S. Pacific Command, turn 5? Yeah, turn 5. Some housekeeping. On second thought, the Chinese made a really bad decision here and should have just retreated their SSN before the combat, knowing they didn't have an advantage. So that's what we've done, and we've put back on the SSK that took a hit from the SSN. And then up here, I split the. I moved one of the amphibious assault ships down here for the Soviets. So, yeah. Other than that, let's roll right into tech. Okay, so we're putting 2 dice on long range missiles, trying to complete that. 1 dice on. Oh, what are we putting that? Advanced Air Superiority Fighters, which is actually Tech 9. So let me change that, not Tech 8. Where's Tech 9? Tech 9. And then Tech 10, I believe, is Chemical Warfare Doctrine. Yep. Okay, let's roll these. Okay, so I got Tech 9 and I got Tech 6. So let me grab a. Oh, they're up on. Are they up on my board? Hang on just a second. Okay, so. Tech 9 goes to stage 3. And long range missiles is complete. Okay, so global operations. I don't think I have any. No counterinsurgency, no surgency. I am going to put my advisors in. We will just put them in Tokyo again at the minor shipyard and the minor airbase. So that'll give us an extra cruise missile and an anti-ship missile. And then let's bring in purchase. Okay, so military aid, we're giving Taiwan a frigate and an SSK for a total of 3. That's from my reminder to do their recruitment rolls. And then for regular purchase, we're finishing the cruiser for 3, 2 frigates for 4, destroyer for 4, 3 airborne for 9, a fighter for 6, and building 3 of each type of missile, and I have no battle stars, unfortunately. So let's go to combat movement. Okay, let's start up here. And let's do the naval war first. So the SSN from P15 will go 1-2 into P13. Joined by the SSN coming off silent running in P1, coming down P6 and into P13. Okay. In P6, the destroyer from P15 will go 1-2, joined by the destroyer from P7, 1-2. And we will be conducting a surgical strike here in Southeast Alaska with 2 attack bombers, and I'm going to pull the SpySat up to here. And a fighter running SEAD against the SPAG, and then from Tokyo, the strategic bomber 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually he could fire from. Yeah, he could fire from here. The 2 cruise missiles, nothing can scramble against him into that surgical strike. Okay. In Tokyo, our air superiority fighter there will be doing Celestial Eagle. Though I suppose you could say that the one back in the U.S. could be doing the same thing. Yeah, actually, it will be the Tokyo one because I'm gonna move the one in the U.S. The destroyer here in P-28 will fire a cruise missile into a port strike in, where is it? P-28 in Guangxi. And then we'll be doing 2 walk-ins. From the, let's see, from the airbase, upgraded major airbase in Tokyo, where there are 2 Japanese airborne infantry. Hang on. One of them will be doing an airborne assault into and liberating South Korea. The other will be doing the same thing into Okinawa. And that will cost Far East Command 3 IPP. They don't retake it. So PAC goes from 25 to 27. Far East Command goes from 17 to 15 on the IPP tracker for that. Okay. I think that's it. So let's resolve some combat. Okay, let's do the surgical strike in Southeast Alaska. So first of all, we're going to have the 2 cruise missiles going in at 5. Oh, they miss. Not good cruise missile rolling. All right, now we've got the fighter doing the seed attack at a 6 or less. First strike. That's a 5, so that's good. The SPAG dies. And then we will have the 2 attack bombers at 7 or less. Oh, boom. Boom, baby. So that will kill the airborne and the field artillery. Awesome. Good work, U.S. Air Force. All right. Now, let's do this little fight right here. This is an two SSNs versus a destroyer. So one of my 2 SSNs will get first strike. And actually, you know what? The right there's the Pacific Fleet. They've got a fighter on there, and fighters can hit subs. They could scramble that in, so the U.S. is going to bring the air superiority fighter from here into the fight just to prevent that, which they will choose not to scramble and lose their fighter. So let's roll the dice then, and let me see if you can see. So yeah, so one of the U.S. subs gets first strike at a 4. That's a hit, so that's the battle over. So that destroyer dies. It's good for the U.S. Navy. And then up here, we have 2 destroyers versus a destroyer. Theoretically, the Soviets could scramble in the 2 early gen fighters, but they can't hit ships, so they'd have to retire. So once the Soviets get PGMs, though, they could bring that in. So let's roll this. So that the 2 U.S. destroyers will be in green. Miss all around. We'll go another round. Oh boy. Soviet Navy up. Ouch. Do we go again? I think we do. Let's go again. U.S. Navy in green. Oh, they killed each other. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that happened. All right, let's do the Celestial Eagle in Tokyo, looking for a 6 or less. Nope, just misses. So Soviets will be able to use their spy sat next term. And then all the way down here, we will do The Chinese will get an AMD. They have AMD level 2, so they get 1 AMD shot, and they miss. And then 5 or less anti-ship missile. Oh, so close. That was a miss. All right, so let's roll right into non-combat movement. We'll keep you here. So the U.S. destroyer fired, so the anti-ship missile, so it cannot move. However, the U.S. frigate did not participate in the combat, so it will go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up here into P9. The U.S. wants to make the Soviets start fighting for these sea zones that give them IPP. So they will do that. Likewise, the Japanese SSK will come out of port. He will slip through this strait here into P18, P10, and up into P11 as well to join that frigate. Okay? Yes. These guys will all stay here. Up here. So there's a Marine and a field artillery here in Pacific Northwest. He will move into British Columbia. They will both move into British Columbia. The strategic bomber will fly all the way back to Tokyo. Then supercarrier will come out of port here into P15. And then, let me show you what's going to happen then. Getting my appropriate naval-based aviation sculpts here. This air superiority fighter will come back and land on the supercarrier and miraculously be changed into an F-14. Likewise, this fighter will come back and be changed from a Harrier, which could not operate off carriers like this. When I say can't, I guess technically they could have been, but they weren't really, they did not do that. Those Harriers operated usually from Marine Naval Air Stations and or amphibious assault ships. Okay, and then one of the attack bombers will come back and land on the supercarrier. The other one will come back and land in Pacific Northwest. And he will be magically changed into an F-111, and he will land back here, which is on the card, just off screen, I think. Okay, so spy satellite will go back on my dashboard. I've got my 2 subs here. Trying to pinch in a little bit on the Soviet Navy here up north. And I think that's it for non-combat, so let's place units. Oh, forgot one. He's going to airlift to where's he going to airlift to? He's going to airlift to the Philippines. Okay. So now let's place units. So here in Taiwan, we will deliver the frigate and the additional SSK. Taiwan now looking fairly buff on its own. 3 SSKs, 2 frigates, 2 DDGs, and the Pacific Command DDG there as well. Okay, I still have to roll their recruitment. I think everything else is going to be built up here. So, in Pacific Northwest, can you see? There's a card here which has everything in Pacific Northwest. There is, well, there's a major airbase there. So I need to move, Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. All 3 airborne will be built here at the major army base in West Coast. That's where that is. Okay. Then my fleet will assemble. So we will drop the cruiser. Actually, let's push all these up here so you can more easily see. We will drop the cruiser. Where's the cruiser? Here's the cruiser. The cruiser, the destroyer, and the 2 frigates. And then on the supercarrier, we will build the fighter. Supercarriers can now operate 4 aircraft. So we have a full complement there. Ready to go fight for control of Alaska. Okay. We are also building, let's see, 3 more cruise missiles. I don't think I got any battle stars again this turn. Don't think I did. I feel like there should be an air battle star if you wipe out an enemy completely in a surgical strike. So let's make that change on the fly. It's a great thing about playtesting. I can just make up the rules as I go. So we had a surgical strike that eliminated all enemy units. So we're going to give ourselves a battle star for that and make a note on that moving forward. That should be a battle star. I don't think we got any others. Do you need to make this recruitment roll for Taiwan? So let's see what we can do with that. All right, there's 1 success. So I will take a missile patrol boat for that success and just add to the might of the Taiwan Navy. And if I keep making those recruitment rolls, then PAC's not going to have to dedicate too much to defending Taiwan. Okay, let's collect income. I already talked about the battle star. PAC is at a base of 27 IPP. That's a lot of IPP. And then I don't think they get any bonuses. Let's see. Do they get any bonuses? Cambodia, Laos, Bangladesh, no. Nope. Okay. So then they will just get their support from Global Command, which will be 4. So they'll have 31. You know, by themselves, that's only, 6 less than the Soviets. So yeah, Soviets are gonna be stretched here. So that's it for Pacific Command. Turn 5. Take care, everyone.